Hello everyone, my name is Simran Syed and today we are going to talk on the topic agreement in restraint of trade. First, let us see what is restraint of trade. Every agreement by which anyone is restrained from exercising a lawful profession, trade, or a business of any kind is to that extent void. The law decrees that an individual be of any religion, caste, or gender should have the liberty to work for himself. According to Section 27, every citizen of India is given the freedom to carry on any lawful business, trade in any profession by the Constitution of India. The right of trade and profession is important to every person equally. An agreement which puts restraint upon a party's freedom of trade and profession shall not be enforceable. However, there are few exceptions to this rule of agreement of restraint of trade. Let us see. First is sale of goodwill. One who sells the goodwill of a business may agree with the buyer to stop from carrying on similar business within specified limits, as long as the buyer or any person take the title of the goodwill from him. Section 11, subsection 2, the Indian Partnership Act of 1932 says that a partner cannot carry another business other than that firm while he is the partner of the XYZ company. Section 32, subsection 2, the Indian Partnership Act of 1932, a partner on ceasing to be a partner will not carry on any business similar to that the firm within a specified period or within a local limit. It means once the partner is ceased from the business, he will have no connection or link with the business. He will no longer be a partner of the firm nor have the right to handle the operations of the business. Next is partners may anticipation of dissolution make an agreement that some or all of them will not carry on a business similar to that of the firm within a specified period or within a specified local limit. It says partners might make agreement that once business has been over or ended that they will not open another business similar to the firm within a specific period and a specific location, and this agreement is valid or accepted if all the restrictions applied or imposed are reasonable enough. Next is trade combination. Trade combination which have been formed to regulate the business or to fix prices are not void, but the trade combination which tend to create monopoly and which are against the public interest are void. Trade combination is a strategy used by the firms to regulate the business or fix a price for a particular product. This type of trade combination is accepted by the law when a company tries to create a monopoly which are against the public interest, which will not be acceptable by law. For example, an agreement between certain person to carry on business with the members of their caste only is void. Next is sole selling agreement. There is usual practice among manufacturers that they give right to only one agent or a distributor to sell their products in a particular limit so as the buyer or his representative carry on the business is valid. It means that the XYZ company wants to sell their product out of 4 or 5 agents the company XYZ company will choose only one agent or a distributor to sell the products in a particular region or a locality. Next is service agreement. The agreement between an employer and the employee may contain certain terms which put restrictions upon employees' freedom. Some of these restrictions can be valid, like, for example, a promise by an employee that he will not work anywhere else as long as he is working in the present under the present employer, which will be a valid one. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment.